Top story, like many other school districts in New York State and nationwide, enrollment is down and the numbers continue to fall. That's certainly true in the Liverpool Central School District.
Yeah, and the district coming up with a list of recommendations on how to solve that issue, among many other things. So they're sharing those plans now with parents. News Channel 9's Julia LeBlanc joining us now live from Nate Perry Elementary School. And Julia, they had a meeting there last night, right?
They did, Dan and Jennifer. Parents gathered here at Nate Perry Elementary School last night to talk about the future of the Liverpool School District. It's just one of 9 total meetings that'll be held this month and also next month. And after parents learned the district is thinking about closing one elementary school, they're concerned.
As an educator, that is a lot of change to handle.
The Liverpool Central School District is in dire need of change. Since Dr. Mark Potter took over as superintendent 13 years ago, enrollment numbers have dipped by 1,400. And in the last 25 years, they lost 3,000 kids. And 2 years ago, they started taking that seriously, coming up with Education 2020, a committee of 50 administrators and members of the general public.
Financially, we cannot continue to support all the things we're doing. We have to find something different.
The main plan includes closing one of the district's 9 elementary schools, but they're not sure which one yet. They would then have 4 schools with kids in kindergarten through 2nd grade, and the other 4 would house grades 3 through 8, finishing off with 1 high school. That's just one of several options, though, and the earliest they'd start taking action on those plans would be fall of 2021.
We're really looking at this from a long-term perspective, that what's going to be the best for kids, what's going to be the best for the community, and what's also going to be the best opportunity to do some financial savings in this idea.
A plan that's not final yet, but parents are still worried about what to tell their kids about where they're going to school in a few years.
When you're dealing with somebody who's now 10 years old, they're very fragile, and she's resilient, but we don't have any answers for them.
There will be another meeting of the same sort happening tonight at 6 at Elmcrest, and after that there will be 5 more chances for parents to share their concerns. We'll have a full list of the dates and times of those meetings held by the district on our website at localsyr.com. Live in Liverpool, Julia LeBlanc, News Channel 9.